Hi, good afternoon. This is Christine Crowle here, and today I'm talking about what would you do if your manager disrespected you? You're the care provider or the business owner, and they've disrespected you in front of the staff members. How would you feel, and what would you do if that was to happen to you at that moment? Now, I'm going to go into this video, I'm going to delve into some of the strategies which you can use when that does happen, because you want to be clear but also remain professional at all times as well. So I'm going to give you some examples here, and I know it would not feel nice if your manager or your senior team members was to disrespect you in front of your staff. What would you do? What would your reaction be? I'm going to delve into the video now just to tell you some of the strategies which you can use in order to bring professionalism into your business. So, hi, I'm Christine Crowle, and I am a business recovery expert with over 35 years of experience. I specialize in healthcare, but I also do other business types as well. And today's video really is about talking about how would you address such a challenge in the workplace. And this is not just in healthcare, it's in all kinds of businesses across the globe, for example. So what happens when your manager creates their own rules, disregarding you, the owner, what your visions and your values are? How would you feel? This can break a company faster than what you could even imagine. And in some cases, you would have seen, like, for example, in America, there's the Femma case. I'm not going to go too much into that, but I'll put the link here for you to see. And this is where there has been the manager has actually been ruling the team members, and in fact someone actually lost their job through it and possibly have made to be seen as the scapegoat. Now, I'm not into politics, so I'm not going to go into it, but it's something that you should watch, because you will see when the manager or the head person is being questioned how she is avoiding the proper answers that are being asked of her. I'm going to go into this because I think it's important, because some of you will be faced with disrespect, or a manager that you've given trust to with your goals and visions for the company, in turn turns it around and makes it their own goals and visions for the company, which is not in alignment with what you want for your business. So it's important that you are aware of this. And like I said, it can make or break your company. So a workplace really should reflect the values of the owners. But what if a manager creates a subculture that directly opposes those values? It's a scenario that is often leads to low morale and poor performance, even in the business, and this can cause your business to collapse. You may have seen it whereby you walk into your office, your own office that you own, and suddenly everything goes quiet, but yet you're the owner. And then you say, are you okay? What was that all about? And oh, nothing. That's a sign, that's a red flag that possibly was discussing either you or the workplace culture, whereby they are creating their own culture and not your goals and visions. Look, I've heard it, whereby I've walked into a room and suddenly it's gone quiet. I go into my office and everyone starts laughing and joking and having a discussion again. I remember one email that I saw once where I had to dismiss a staff member. And it was, we're not going to take that care package on. We're going to wait until Christine leaves. And then we will say no to that care package. So I'm just giving you an example here, whereby you set a goal and visions and the aims and objectives for the company, and your manager has totally disrespected your company's visions and goals and growth for the company. So some of the key issues here in the workplace culture where there's clashes, it could be that some managers create their own rules, prioritizing their preferences over the company's vision. And this confuses the employees and disrupts the workplace, which you don't want. Lack of respect for the owner. When managers undermine the owner, the authority or the direction, it sets a tone for the disrespect throughout the whole organization in itself. Disconnected leadership. The owner who failed to monitor or enforce their values risk losing control on the culture altogether. So that's why it's important for you to have your meetings, weekly meetings, to discuss the company's goals and objectives, and to see whether things are still in alignment, holding your manager to accountability is key as well. So you will meet with the manager, as well as you will meet with the team in front of the manager to discuss the goals and objectives for the company and where we are currently with meeting those goals for the company, because that's when you will start to pick up what is going on and where things are going wrong. Another thing is that there could be an employee conflict, mixed messages from managers versus owners. They will create a division among staff members, harming the teamwork and the productivity of your business. So be very mindful of that. Does the manager have another side hustle that they're more preoccupied with the side hustle whilst they're working for you in your business? I have seen it online whereby you've taken someone on and they're actually doing 2 or 3 jobs at the same time, at the same working hours as they're doing for you. And yet they're being paid the same money, and yet they're being paid 3 or 4 times the same money working for other organizations. That's not prioritizing you or your business, for example. So that could be a conflict, for example. Another conflict could be that they don't actually agree with your policies or your guidelines or your aims and objectives or your mission, for example, your goals, because all they want is a job. They just want to be paid. They just want to go home at the end of the day. They just want to do what they want that's easy to do. So look out for that as well. Another thing that I'd like to point out to you is, like with let's take the Femma case, which is in America. For example, here you would have seen a lack of alignment between the leadership and management. This led to a toxic environment. Employees were left confused. Morale plummeted, and the company's vision was lost in the process. And unfortunately, an employee was sacked. And I believe that this person was used as a scapegoat. So remember that at its core, the issue isn't just about the rules. It's about respect. It's about respect for the owner of what their vision is, and the respect for the manager to lead the team and respect for the employees and the need for consistency in order for the business to thrive. So let's look at some steps to align the workplace culture. Number one, you want to define and communicate the core values. Owners must clearly articulate their values and ensure that every manager understands and embodies them. You need to set accountability measures. Do regular check-ins with managers, help reinforce the company's mission, and address any variations, for example. Do this very early. I've seen it whereby I'm speaking with a business owner and they're saying, oh, I need to speak with my manager. Who's the owner of the business here? There's something wrong. If you need to speak with your manager before you make a business decision that's going to increase your business, increase your money for your business, then there's a problem there. So, although you want to empower your manager, yes, talk with your manager and say that this is what the company needs to do because it's in alignment for growth. And I believe that this is a good decision. And I would like you to be on board with this. And we are looking to go ahead with this particular position. You can ask, is there any objectives that you may have to this? But it really needs to be your decision ultimately, because managers really aren't really there to grow and increase your income for your business. They're there to manage the day-to-day running of the business. Yes, of course, you need to speak with the manager about what you're going to be implementing and how it's going to be implemented. But remember that managers aren't really there to increase your money for your business. They're there to deal with the day-to-day management of the staff members that you have. Your job is to increase your money for your business, not your manager. I just wanted to give that feedback because I see quite often that the owners are actually going to speak with the manager to see whether they should increase their business or leave it as it is. I believe that's wrong. Remember what the manager is there to do, to manage the day-to-day running of the business and to manage the staff members. Your job is to increase your cash flow and to increase your business at all times so that you don't come to a crisis situation because you haven't increased, because you could end up losing a contract that could literally lose you 200, 300,000 a year. Be careful of that. So, another thing that you want to do is create feedback loops. Encourage your employees to share any concerns that they have about the cultural misalignment, maybe, without fear of retaliation. Sometimes you will notice that there is an employee that doesn't understand about different cultures and can really ineffectively cause discrimination as well. So always be ensuring that you're doing training to match the culture of the company as well. Lead by example. That's very important. Owners and managers must model the respect and collaboration that they expect from their teams. Look, your team members don't want to see you out clubbing it, pubbing it, drinking, getting drunk, acting the fool, because they will lose respect for you. Nobody wants to see their boss in that way. So save that for when you're at home, for example, possibly. But always remember that they look up to you. Now, building a strong work culture takes effort. It's not easy, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is easy peasy, because it's not. But it takes effort, it takes alignment and respect at every level. If you're facing challenges with managers creating their own rules or struggling to maintain your vision as an owner, know this: change starts with leadership. It starts with you. So let's work together to realign and to create a workplace for success. In the link here, I would love for you to book a free 15-minute appointment so that I can go through your alignment, your work culture. We've got to look at all of these things in order to create a successful business, because it's not just about you bringing money in, your manager managing your team. It's about everyone working together and collaborating to grow the business to new heights. I would love for you to like and subscribe to the channel, which is at CEO Woman Entrepreneur. Contact me, please, so that I can help transform your business culture today. There's a link here. And I would like to also bring to your specific notice the Femma case, how it was done so badly. And it is now in the news, obviously, and it's being looked at very carefully. But when I read through that, I don't usually read about the news, but I felt that was something important to do with workplace culture, how there was no accountability at the top. There was no accountability in the management level either. Those poor workers were the ones that were being penalized, and they had to come through and do whistleblowing. But someone lost their job there that it shouldn't have happened, as far as I'm concerned. So we really want to be able to bring home this culture, workplace culture, that's going to be suitable and in alignment with the company's goals and vision, because you will not grow. You will always stay stagnant, and your managers or supervisors will be the ones actually in control of your business, stopping you from growing, because they think that if you grow, that means more work for them. And that's not the case, because you will scale. You will use team members. I've mentioned here in my video about, how we should be using our youth to employment to help drive the economy to recovery. They've got so much to offer, and we're not using them. So I hope that you've liked this video and you've enjoyed what I've had to say today. Do comment as well. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm talking here, but let me know what your thoughts are. Do you agree with taking on younger persons? What is your workplace culture like? Sometimes it can be toxic, don't get me wrong. But what is your workplace culture like? Are you the manager? Are you the owner? Are you the staff member? I would love to hear what you have to say here. Just comment here and I will respond. I greatly appreciate you responding as well. And I would just love to say thank you to all the subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. I do appreciate you, and I look forward to further training. Please, like I said, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and then you will get updates for when I am doing training. I plan on being on here daily, and I will be doing a live tonight as well. And I look forward to seeing you all soon, and I will see you on the internet. Take care. Thank you. Bye.